Yes, students. Now we will revise chapter 12, which talks about service costing. Guys, till now, whatever we have discussed, that is the different methods of costing, they were applicable to the manufacturer. Depending upon what work I will do, I will adopt the suitable method of costing for me to calculate the cost. Whereas for service rendering entities, there is one method of costing which is called service costing. So service costing is followed by the entities who are engaged in service rendering. It might be like educational institution, hospitals, transportation, or information technology, anyone who is rendering the service. Sir, what do they do by following the service costing? They will try to calculate what is the cost of service they are rendering. Sir, how is it possible, guys? They will prepare a separate cost sheet for whatever service they are rendering, or else it is very simple. Sir, what do they do by preparing the cost sheet? They will just first find out what is the total cost, divided by the total unit of service rendered. Total unit of service rendered. What do we get, sir? Cost per unit of service rendered. For that, we can add some profit and fix the price for the customers or clients. How much do we charge for each unit of service to the clients? Yeah, so that is what we will be learning, and there will be number of service industries, guys. Even in exams, you can get different kinds of questions on different industries, but the most tested one in exams are like transportation, educational, or hotel industry, like that. Even hospitals sometimes they are testing. These are the areas or service industries where they are trying to ask the questions repeatedly. Oh, we'll start. Service costing is a method of ascertaining what the cost of providing the service. So there itself we should understand that who will follow this method of costing, sir? Whoever is engaged in service provider or who is service provider. It is also known as operating costing. Guys, please be careful. Operation, which we learned at the end of process costing, is different. Operating is different. Operating is just the other name for service costing. Service costing is normally used in service sector. It is a method of costing applied to undertaking which provides service rather than production of material. Whereas if you are engaged in production, we already learned what are the different methods available. Depending upon whatever work I am doing, I will choose which is suitable for me. Service costing is just a variant of unit or output costing. Why is that? Right? What do we do in unit or output costing? When I am continuously manufacturing one product on a continuous basis, regular basis, I will follow unit costing. What do I do? I will calculate total cost divided by total output. What do I get, sir? Cost per unit. Same way here also we have to. Okay, very similar to cost unit method or unit costing method. Sir, what do we do here is we will try to calculate the cost of each unit of service provided. Sir, how do we derive it? I already explained it. Total cost divided by units of service rendered. You will get cost per unit of service. Service cost unit. Guys, we have learned in first chapter only cost unit. That is something for which we will calculate cost ultimately. Cost object is like overall, whereas cost unit is like per unit, per hour. Like so, for service industries, what are the cost units? I have given various things are here. Transportation. It depends on whether it is a passenger or goods. If it is a passenger, then it is passenger kilometers. That is, what is the cost to carry one passenger for 1 kilometer? Sir, will we carry only one passenger? Assume I am a bus transportation. Will I carry only one passenger? No, no. Only for calculation of cost purpose, we will decide. Cost per passenger per kilometer. Sir, what is the purpose of it? Guys, assume cost per passenger per kilometer, we got it 10 rupees. 10 rupees. I want to make 50% profit. So, how much will I fix the fare as? 15 rupees. Now, assume you got into my bus and asked for a ticket for a place which is around 100 kilometers from here. How much will I charge you? 15 into 100. Hope you understood. Means this fare is fixed based on what? Cost per passenger kilometer. Means what is the cost the company is incurring to carry one passenger for 1 kilometer. If they work out this, then it will help them to calculate the fare. Because the fare is charged for each and every customer, means passenger, separately, guys. Clear? So when you embark my bus or when you get into my bus, I will decide the fare based on how long do you want me to travel. Okay, means how long will you travel in my bus? Clear? Where is your destination point and what is the distance of it? 100 kilometers means 15 into 100. Assume another person get into my bus and ask for a ticket which is 50 kilometers away from here. So how much will I charge? 15 into 50. 15 into 50. Same way for goods transportation, it would be 10 kilometer or quintal kilometer. Clear? Means to carry 1 ton for 1 kilometer, what is the cost we are incurring? And we call this as composite cost unit, guys. When there are two or more bays, here there are two bays. What is it, sir? Passenger kilometer. Same way for goods transportation, tonne kilometer, two bays are there. We call it as composite cost unit. Composite cost unit. Next, electricity supply service, kilowatt hours. Then hospital, per patient per day. This is also composite. Per patient per day. How much is the cost? Clear? Or else per bed per day. Like that. Or per patient per treatment. What is the cost? So, or per operation, which is nothing but treatment. Then canteen, per item or per meal. If it is a cinema, per ticket. Then if it is a hotel, guest days or room days. That is per room per day. What is the charge? Correct. Now, see, whenever we go for any accommodation, we stay there for few days. Correct. Now, am I occupying the entire hotel? No, sir. One room in the hotel or in the resort. In that case, they have to work out the cost for one room per day. What is the cost? Accordingly, they will fix the rate. Room charges. Yes. Next, bank or financial institution per transaction or per service. Example like letter of credit per application per project. So based on they offer different kinds of services. So for each and every service, they calculate the cost so that they will know what is the amount to be charged to the customer or account holder. Educational institutions per course or per student per year also. Clear? Yes, sir. Or per student per course, which is composite. Then per batch or per lecture, etc. Then IT and ITES, that is information technology and information technology enabled service. Cost per project or per module. Then last one is insurance services per policy or per claim or per third party administration. Sometimes they will also outsource it to the others. Okay, whatever administration they will do, that is with respect to processing of claim and all, they will outsource it to the others. So we call it as third party administration. Okay. Now, what is the major difference between service costing and product costing? Guys, in product costing, what is my first major cost? Which is the first cost which I will incur? Material. Correct? And that would be the one major cost for us in the manufacturing process. Whereas in service, there is nothing called material. Even if there is material, it might be indirect material, but not direct material. So, in service costing, what plays a major role, sir? The support services will play a major role. Most of the expenses which we will incur would be either indirect or overhead. Yeah, whereas in product costing, material is one of the major costs. Then coming to cost unit. Use of composite cost unit, we can use normally for service. Okay, whereas for goods, we normally use output as a cost unit, like cost per unit. Correct? That is with respect to product. Then material and employee cost. For manufacturing, material will be the major cost, labor would be there. But when it comes to service, sir, it is more of employee. More of employees. Then coming to traceability of cost. Indirect costs like administration overheads are generally have significant proportion in total cost for a service. So most of the expenses which we incur in service industry would be indirect in nature because they provide support services. They provide support services. Yes, sir. Then KPIs, that is key performance indicators. Because there are different KPIs for different industries. What are those? Some of them has been listed down in your syllabus. What are those? One by one, we will see. Okay. Key performance indicators are the quantitative and qualitative factors which are commonly used to assess the performance of an organization. Using this, can we evaluate the performance of a company or the organization? Yes. Which are important to achieve its goal. Like calculation of cost per cost unit, calculation of cost or revenue per KPI helps to evaluate the performance against the industry standard. I mean, I can compare myself with what is the industry average. Here, like in FM and all, you would have seen, sir, what is the PE of my company when compared to industry PE? Comparing this, I can tell whether my company shares are overvalued or undervalued. Same way here, whatever KPI we have computed for my company, I will compare it with industry standard and tell whether I am performing better or not when compared to others in the industry. So one by one we will see. First, transportation industry. What are the KPIs? First one, number of shipments means how much delivery we have given. Number of deliveries, especially like Amazon, Flipkart, and all, they are also into delivery. Now they will calculate what is the number of delivery or shipment they have done. Next, truck turnaround rate. Truck turning, guys, it is nothing but once the truck or lorry has entered my factory gate to load the goods, how long did it take from entering to exit? Clear? Assume today morning it entered and in the evening it went out, exit. Totally, they were in the factory in for 9 hours. So what is the turnaround time? 9 hours. Means it is simple. Once the truck entered the factory gate, how long did it take to load the goods into it and leave the factory? Then coming to lead time or order cycle time, the amount of time in between order placement by the customer and receipt of order. This is delivery time we call it as. Especially the quick commerce is in a tight fight in this class. Okay, they came out with 30 minutes delivery, 10 minutes delivery, 5 minutes delivery. Why, sir? Because customers are ready to pay premium amount if you can save their time. Yeah, even in this Amazon, Flipkart, and all, you would have seen 1 day delivery, they may charge you more, or same day delivery, they may charge you more. Or else, no, sir, I'm not ready to pay extra. You can wait for 3-4 days. They will deliver it for sure. Whatever you have ordered only, they will deliver, but they will take time. If you want quick delivery, maybe they will charge you with a premium amount. Or if you have that Prime membership, then it is free for you. Yeah, for obvious, Prime membership is a cost. Okay, yes, means they're trying to push you to take that Prime membership. Yeah, so that they offer you a lot of things. Even whenever there is an offer, what I have seen is they will allow the Prime users 1 day before. You can access the offers 1 day before. Okay, so indirectly they are trying to push you to take the Prime memberships. Okay. Next, on time and in full. The number of orders delivered according to the schedule and quantity specified. Even in food delivery, this happens. Correct? So, assume they have promised 20 minutes delivery or 10 minutes delivery. They will also cross check from their side. How many deliveries did we deliver on time as promised? How much we couldn't deliver? Okay, and they will try to work on how much they couldn't deliver. Now they will try to work on that. Then coming to hotel industries, cost per occupied room means if a customer come and occupy the room, then what is the cost we will need? For unoccupied room, will they calculate the cost? No. Why, sir? Because we cannot charge anyone for unoccupied room, right? Whatever is the cost of the entire hotel, they will charge only for the occupied room. Clear? Assume out of 100, there is only 80 room which is occupied. Now cost is totally 10 lakh. So 10 lakh divided by 80 occupied rooms they will do. Why, sir? Because we can charge only when the rooms are occupied. So once they calculate the cost per occupied room, they will add some profit and they will fix the room charges. Yeah. Yes. Next, occupancy rate. As I told you, assume guys, totally they have 1,000 rooms in a hotel. On an average, how much will be occupied? Like 70%, 80%. Because throughout the year, every room might not be occupied. Clear? So this is called occupancy rate. Occupancy rate. Next, revenue per available room. Sir, for one room, what is the revenue we are collecting? And there will be different categories of rooms which hotels will be providing guys, like AC, without AC, sir, single bed, double bed, okay, or different square feet also, or with different features. Okay, hill view, top view, ground source, the last floor and all. So different pricing they would be followed. Sir, on an average, per room, how much we are charging? I might be charging different rentals for different rooms, but on an average, approximately how much? Yeah. So in that case, what can I do is total revenue. I will divide it by total rooms. I will get on an average per room how much we are charging. Next, hospitals, healthcare industries. Bed occupancy rate. Assume guys, an hospital has totally 100 beds. Will all the 100 beds be occupied throughout the year? No. Clear? Yes. Now getting patient also is business. Where? To hospitals. Okay. Chala, the reference, everything will happen. Okay. The only thing is we should not get into there. Once we step into that, they will make sure that we will go late as means we will go out as late as possible. Okay, we may go alive only. Okay, that is also doubtful nowadays. Okay, but when we are going late, they will try to push that number of days which we stay in hospital as much as possible. Oh, chal, come. Bed occupancy rate means out of 100 beds, on an average, how many beds are occupied? Like 70%, 80%, whatever is the bed occupancy rate. Yes, sir. Then staff to patient ratio. Staff to patient ratio means, sir, for one patient, how many staffs are there? Or else, for one staff, how many patients are there? For example, it can be vice versa. Clear. Assume there are to take care of 10 patients, there is one nurse. Clear up like that. Or else to take care of 25 patients, there is 5 nurse, 1 doctor. This is the ratio. Clear. Yes. Because for every patient, there will be not won't be one doctor. Clear. One doctor will come to check you. Same doctor will go to check other patients also. Average treatment charge, guys. There will be different price which they will be charging for different treatments. Clear. On an average, sir, how much is my charge? How much is our charge? Sir, how do they calculate it? Simple. Total revenue they have collected from the patients or fees divided by total treatment given. So we will get on an average per treatment how much we are charged. Clear. Even in production or manufacturing entities, we can calculate it. Assume I am selling number of units. I want to calculate what is the average selling price. So divide the total sales by number of units sold. You will get on an average what is my selling price. Next. Next is IT industries gross burn rate. Guys, you would have seen, even if you are observing Shark Tank or if you are watching Shark Tank, they would be asking, some of the sharks will be asking, what is your burn rate? Burn rate means not burning the body. Okay, that is how much loss you are suffering. How much loss you are suffering. This scenarios will come when your cash outflow is more than cash inflow. Even in your FM, you would have learned. Okay, or in your accounts. Sir, what is it? Cash flow statements, correct? So if you have that negative net cash flow, it is like a loss for you, correct? So your outflow is more than inflow, especially from operating. If you have negative cash flow, it is a very bad signal, negative signal about the company, correct? Yes, sir. Even there is like application of fund, sources of fund flow statement, cash flow statement, and something related to that. Clear? So simple, sir. To take care of my business, I already invested capital, but to run it, to operate it also, I'm spending more and more money out of my own pocket because whatever I'm earning from my business is not enough, sir. So I'm spending something out of my own pocket. Next, it is nothing but loss wise. That's all. Customer acquisition cost, CAC. CAC. Sir, what is this? Guys, to acquire one customer, what is the cost we are incurring? Nothing but marketing and advertisement expenses. Clear. Nowadays, lot of competition in advertising also. Clear. Different modes of advertisement. You use influencer, affiliate marketing, different kind of marketing. For that, whatever cost you are incurring. Then customer lifetime value. Customer lifetime value means, see, you have the power of retaining the customers. One customer will come back to you how many times? And what is the total business one customer will give you throughout their life? Throughout their life. And this will come only in case of recurring nature. If it is only one time purchase, then this will not come us. Clear? Recurring, especially like subscription and all will be there. Clear? Subscription and all. Sir, every month you have to subscribe or every year you have to subscribe. How long will you subscribe? Clear? So that is called lifetime value. Means one customer can give you how much business throughout the life of that particular customer. Monthly recurring revenue, the amount earned each month, that is through subscription model. And clear. So every month we need to subscribe. Even classes are now available in some subscription model. Okay, you can subscribe for 1 month more classes, 6 months classes, 12 months classes. Yeah, or full course till I pass. Like that, different platform have different validity or plans. Clear. Or if you take easily this Netflix, Amazon and all. Sir, can I take the subscription monthly, yearly and all? Yes, they have a but different plan. And one strategy what they are playing now is auto pay. Okay, that is the biggest strategy. That is, once you opt for 1 month subscription, they will make sure that they will auto pay. They will fix an auto pay for the second month. If you don't want, you have to go and cancel it. See how they play with customers' mindset. Assume, guys, my validity is getting over in 2-3 days. Your next subscription renewal is already been fixed, auto pay. Now you need to take extra efforts to go and cancel that. At the end moment, you also feel that one new movie came, one new OTT. What do you call that as? I forgot. I'm not getting. Series. New series came, so I want to watch. Let me extend it. Let me extend it, and now how they are playing is Geo. When they came, everything was free. Now Geo also is charging. That is how they know how to make the money. When Geo SIM came, also they gave freely. They make people addictive to SMS, to calls, to internet especially. Later they start charging. Now they're lifting, they're trying to, sir, grab from how much ever is possible from the customers. Okay, how the plans are like this, you observe guys. See, if you take the normal plan, you will get advertisement. In between, you get advertisement. If you want to cancel that also, you want to opt out of that also, you take premium, where the price is more. They will show the advertisement in such a way that you feel like whether you are watching series or advertisement. Clear as they will show advertisement only like series. Same advertisement ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಹೊಡಿತಾರೆ. You feel like oh, let me not watch this again. Take premium. Okay, next level subscription. Yeah. Chalo. They should also understand that they're trying to irritate us. That's all. Clear. So same advertisement, how many times will you see? Clear. In one part only, how many times it will come. So they are trying to irritate you so that you will take the next level subscription. Chalo. And here there is also something called as see monthly revenue recurring. That is one is subscription. The other one strategy is like new sales, upsales, and all. Like whenever you guys shopping, you do shopping in Amazon, Flipkart, and all, you put something for a cart, or you are about to buy one product. They will tell customer bought together. Influence. Customer bought together. Laptop jete tabu, laptop jete bagu, charger. They will show you mobile jete mobile case. Where they will show you 2 3 products. It just to influence you. You will be feeling like, see, you didn't have planned to purchase that second item that they're trying to push you. You will feel like, oh, mobile, 50,000 mobile. What if it is there without screen card? Oh, yo, what if it is there without case? Let me buy that cost. Yeah, or else some warranty, guarantee, and all they tell 3 years warranty, break, that to this. Especially if you go to Sangeeta, they will Sangeeta, you know, na? Not well. Show a mobile store. Yarappa adu anta. Sangeeta ಅಂದ್ರೆ Chala, listen. So when you go there, they are not selling mobile. They are selling what? Insurance policies. Insurance policy not for your body, for your mobile. People they are not bothered about insurance for their health, life, and all. But for their mobile, they should have insurance. What if it breaks? Seriously, I have literally youth, especially. Sir, they don't care. Parents are there, no sir. If anything happens, they will take care. But mobile, mattam kodsala. They will not get you one more mobile, no? So they want the on mobile insurance, pakka. And insurance company will do such a way that, sir, if you go out and break, we will give you a new mobile. Sir. They will influence you in such a way that you have to buy that insurance. Sir, what if it breaks or that is so? You will be scared. You are investing so much to my mobile phone, which is the cost of your kidney or heart, especially iPhone. Clear? iPhone. Huh? So in that case, you feel like Apple or the Apple Care. Yeah, sure. How much cost? For the cost of that Apple Care, you can buy one more smartphone. Serious, normal phone. I'm not talking about iPhone. Another phone you can buy. Okay. So my mother, when I took iPhone, she asked, okay, what is the Apple Care and I like that. Oh yeah, my mobile cost is only your insurance cost. That is what Papa parents. Okay, sometimes they will be using simple phones. Okay, they prefer to use it. But guys, to the extent possible, don't trouble your parents for all these fancy things. If they can really afford to it, okay. But if not, please don't trouble. Because I have literally seen students getting mobile phone, good mobile phones from their parents on EMI. Papa, they are working to clear your dues. If they are taking loan to at least pay your fees or anything, sir, always good. But to get you bike, mobile, all those things are not good, guys. So wait for a moment, complete your studies, and you guys, once you start earning, do whatever you want with your art and money. Where were we? Churn rate. Oh, churn rate means what, sir? The percentage of customer that cancels their recurring subscriptions means, sir, I was using this Amazon Prime or Netflix subscription from last 6 months. Now I am canceling, sir. Sir, exams are near now, sir. Why should I need subscriptions now? 2 months cancelled. Now they will also call you. They will try to push you. Take your subscription is getting over, Anta. You send back the message for them. I have my exams. Will you come and write? Sure. Cost per feature. Now, if I want to add any additional feature, what is the cost of it? Guys, we are already giving the feature. If I want to add additional feature, as in now you are watching classes on our app. Now you want to add one extra feature that will come with the cost. And what is the cost we are incurring for it? Yeah, like that. Even companies which have various websites, Amazon, Flipkart, they also have a lot of features, correct? Like filter options, that, this, and all. Now, if they want to make you, the user experience more, feel better, they may keep on adding additional features. Obviously, that will come with a cost for them. Telecom, average return per user, ARPU we call it. This is one of the commonly used words. Even this, whenever Airtel or Jio announces their results, they will announce their ARPU. ARPU means what, sir? Average revenue per user. Means how do they calculate it, sir? Total revenue from all the subscribers divided by number of subscribers. Means on an average, from one subscriber, how much we are. Yeah, and companies are trying to increase this. Correct. Now they are trying to plan in such a way that, sir, now monthly plan was like initially 200. They will increase it to 300, 350, 400, 450, and they will plan in such a way that even though Airtel and Jio are competitors, they will plan in such a way that both will increase the price together. Okay, so that none of the customers feel discriminated. You will find an option. Some students, especially, they will have both the SIMs. Okay, they will see where the option is better. You will see both the plans under Airtel also, Jio also, almost same prices. ಹೆಂಗಿದು ಇಬ್ರು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. Yeah, because they will plan their price hike in such a way that both of them will hike in the at the same time. Subscriber acquisition cost. This is the cost incurred by the telecom industry to or telecommunication company to acquire one subscriber. That is new customers. That is what this Geo did. Okay, they gave a lot of things free, almost everything. Why? To acquire the customer from other telecommunication company. Many of the telecommunication companies shut down only. And whatever loss they incurred initially, that was like for them customer acquisition cost. Subscriber acquisition cost. Next, network operating cost. Guys, this telecommunication company has to shell lot of money on license, telecommunication network. That is the tower and all you have seen. They have to incur a lot of cost for it. How much cost they are incurring? Then gross revenue retention means by retaining the same customer, what is the extra revenue we are earning? That is stuff you guys also will be doing. If you have recharged for 1 month, 3 months and all, again and again you will be doing it. Clear? So that repetition is called the gross revenue retention. Then educational sector, our sector, instruction cost, that is the cost of part-time and full-time faculty members. Then administration cost, any college or school or even this institute, they will have administration team. Obviously, there whoever is working, they have to pay salary. So what is the cost of administration? Then tuition cost incurred by the students on semester or annual basis. So whatever fees they charge you. Okay. For that, what is the cost? What is the fees you pay is their revenue. But they will also be incurring the cost to run one semester or 1 year class. They have a lot of cost. What is the cost of running the classes for 1 year or 6 months or per batch? Then student to faculty ratio means, for example, sir, for 100 students, how many faculties are there? Assume 2 faculties or 3 faculties. So this is the ratio of student to faculty. Yes. Assume in a school, there are totally 1,000 children, all sections put together, all the classes put together. 1,000 children are there. For them, 50 teachers are there. So what is the ratio? 50 teachers per 1,000 students. For each and every student, there will not be one teacher. Correct, Mr. Disney? In your school, it was like that. No. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಲೋ. ನಾನು ಹಂಗೆ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಈಗಲೇ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್. Average cost per claim. Average cost per claim is nothing but when the policy is matured, you will submit this. You will claim the amount. Now that is called the average cost per claim. They have to cross check everything and they will have to process the amount, right? For that, will they incur the cost, sir? Yes. Then components of claim cost. Cost which are associated with like legal fees, time to settle, administration costs, report delays, everything will come. And some of the insurance companies will also take you to the court when you are claiming falsely that, sir, I am supposed to receive so much money. Yeah, but they believe that no, you have manipulated something. In that case, there is a chance of that they will also incur the legal cost. Then cost per quote. The cost that the company incurs in order to get a quote in front of potential claim. Potential claim means you have not yet taken the policy. Now we have sent some agent to your home, okay, to convince you to buy the policy. Okay, whatever cost they are incurring for it. Clear? So they will convince you in such a way that, sir, what if you are not there? Your family full on road. Okay, please take the policy so that if you go also, your family is taken care of. Administration cost per policy. The cost of policy administration to number of policies outstanding. So in simple, how much administration cost the insurance company are incurring. They will also have lot of administration cost. If you have not paid the premium on time, they will call you. Clear. And whenever you are supposed to claim the amount, or assume you have taken a health insurance policy, you are supposed to claim it. You have admitted for some medical purpose. Now you have to talk to them. The calling customer care center. Clear. All this is a part of administration. Then average policy size. Right? There will be different policy holders would have taken the policy for different amounts. Assume she has taken for 5 lakh, he has taken for 10 lakh, he has taken for 20 lakh. Sir, on an average, what is the cost? What is the policy size? Means you take the total of all the revenue or premium collected, divide it by number of policies. Number of policies. You will get to know what is the revenue per policy on an average. Okay. Guys, they may ask like theory questions. They may give any particular industry and ask you to list 2 or 3 KPIs. Okay, or maybe 4, depending upon the marks. Next. Now we are getting into the numerical part. Methods for ascertaining the service cost unit. First one is composite. If it is a single cost unit, you will find out cost per unit of service. Composite means what, sir? 2 or more, like we discussed. Passenger kilometer, 10 kilometer, per patient per day, per student per year. All these are composite. Composite cost unit. Sometimes 2 measurement units are combined together to know the cost of service or operation. These are called composite cost units. For example, in public transportation undertaking, would measure the operating cost per passenger per kilometer. That is to carry one passenger for 1 kilometer. What is the cost we will incur? Same way, 10 kilometer, quintal kilometer, passenger kilometer, or per patient per day. Okay. Guys, especially when it comes to the composite cost unit, normally they ask it for especially transportation systems or transportation industry. We can calculate in 2 ways, absolute or commercial. Absolute is nothing but weighted average, whereas commercial is nothing but simple average. Guys, see, please understand it numerically. Only then you can understand. Because if you try to understand only theoretically, then you may not get clarity. You will get confused with quantitative and qualitative factor. First of all, so what is qualitative, what is quantitative? I have mentioned here. In a transportation service, variable cost is dependent on distance covered. Correct. Now, variable cost will vary with what? Number of kilometers traveled. So, in that case, what is the quantitative factor? The distance. Number of kilometers would be the quantitative factor. Whereas, whatever weight the truck carry or whatever is the passenger the bus will carry, it would be qualitative. Will variable cost vary with how much weight you are carrying? No. Will variable cost vary with how many passengers you are carrying? No. Assume guys the bus capacity is 100 passengers. Now whether they are carrying 20 passenger, 50 passenger, 80 passenger or 100 passenger, will variable cost vary? No. That means it is a qualitative factor. But if the number of kilometers traveled is 50 or 100, 150, 200, will variable cost vary? Yes. That means it is a quantitative factor. So if variable cost change due to change in this, then that is called quantitative factor. No, sir, variable cost will remain same. Clear? Means it will not vary. Then we call it as qualitative factor. Since the weight carried, that is in case of goods transportation or in case of passengers travel does not affect the variable cost. Does not affect the variable cost means it will not vary by variable cost. In that case, it is a qualitative factor. So in simple guys, if it is a goods transportation, what is quantitative factor? The number of kilometers. What is qualitative? Weight. Clear? That is ton or quantity. Next, coming to qualitative factor in case of passenger transportation is what? Number of kilometers. Qualitative is number of passengers. Quantitative is kilometers, whereas qualitative is passengers or the weight carried. Now coming to this. Listen. Sir, what is absolute or weighted average basis? It is a summation of products of qualitative and quantitative factor. Let us break down that. First, you need to calculate what? product of qualitative and quantitative. That means you have to multiply quantity with quality. Means I'm talking about quantitative factor with qualitative factor. Clear? Yes. Then you need to find a sum of all that. That is aggregate. Clear? I have given the tip also here. Multiply distance covered. That is quantitative factor with weight carried in case of goods transportation. Whereas if it is a passenger with number of passengers, you multiplied both for each journey. Then you add up everything. Then you add up everything. What do you get back? Weighted average. Weighted average. Guys, very simple. Even in your store ledger, we discussed about it. Even in your FM, you have something called as weighted average cost of capital. WACC. Correct? What do you get? Simple, simple. Listen here. Assume we have Q1 into P1 plus Q2 into P2. We have 3 lots totally into P3. Clear? So what did we do? We multiplied first. Correct? Then we added. This will give you total cost, huh? Yes. And there, if you want to calculate weighted average price and all, what do we do, sir? We will also divide it by Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. This will give you weighted average price, correct? Huh? But here, we are doing this contrast. Multiply quantitative factor with qualitative factor and at the end, add up everything. At the end, add up everything. Let me explain this with an example also first for more clarity. Oh, you can see here, there are different journey which is made through a truck. Truck is carrying a weight and it is making different journey. Okay, sir. Now you see, they have carried 20 tons and traveled for how many kilometers? 80 kilometers. They have carried 12 metric tons and traveled for how many kilometers? 120. And 16 metric ton and traveled for how many kilometers? 160 kilometers. So listen. What is quantitative factor here? Kilometers. Quantitative. What is qualitative factors? Weight, sir. First, each journey, what is the kilometer? What is the weight? What is the kilometer? What is the weight? Multiply. Then you add up. What do you get? Sir, absolute metric ton kilometer. Absolute metric ton kilometer, which is nothing but weighted average. Hope you understand. Clear? Nothing. Guys, simple. Multiply weight with the distance traveled for each. Keep on multiplying this. At the end, you add up everything. Clear? Sir, what if it is a passenger transportation? Simple. In place of weight, number of passengers will come. Each journey, how many passengers you have carried? Multiply that with kilometers. At the end, add up. Add up everything. Got it? No? Yes. So you need to find out the product of qualitative and quantitative factor, which is nothing but multiplication. Then you find out the sum of all. Sum is nothing but addition. Now coming to simple average or commercial basis. Sir, what is it? It is a product of average qualitative and total quantitative factor. Means you do like this. First calculate total quantitative factor, means total kilometers traveled. Then you need to calculate average weight carried or average passenger traveled. Then you multiply both. Product means multiply both. Yeah, yes. Tip. What is the tip to calculate this? Calculate total kilometer traveled, that is quantitative factor, and then multiply it with average weight carried or average passengers traveled, qualitative factor. Guys, they will give sometimes in the question only to make your work easy, simple. Assume the bus is traveling 100 kilometers, 150 kilometers, 120 kilometers, different trip they are doing. They will tell on an average the passenger traveled is 60. On an average, the passenger traveled is 60. That means this one. Clear? Or else, on an average, the truck carried a weight of 100 tons. 100 tons. So in that case, you have to use simple average. Oh, let me see this also with an example. Same question. Now we are doing the simple average or commercial basis metric ton kilometer. How is it? Guys, simple. First, find out the simple average of all the weight. 20 plus 12 plus 16, whole divided by 3. So you will get simple average of weight carried. Simple average of weight carried. Multiply that with how many total kilometers traveled. Add up all the kilometers. Yeah, so that means, guys, it is like this. The truck has totally traveled for 360 kilometers by carrying on an average 16 metric tons. 16 metric tons. Got it? So this is nothing but commercial metric ton kilometer. Sir, what if it is instead of goods transportation? What if it is a passenger transportation? Then you consider the weighted average of different passengers traveling. Assume you got the weighted simple average of the passenger traveled is 60. Multiply that with the total kilometers traveled. Multiply that with total kilometers traveled. Hope you understand. Guys, even in case of store ledger, in simple average method, what we used to do, whenever we used to issue, we used to take the simple average of prices. Then we will multiply with the quantity. We will get the cost of issue. We will get the cost of issue. Same way here. You need to take the simple average of weight or passengers. Multiply that with total distance traveled. You will get what? The commercial metric ton kilometer. Or we simply call it as simple average. Hope you got it. Yeah. Yes. Next. See, guys, this is one of the preferable question in the examination. Number of times they are repeating the question on transportation, either goods transportation or passenger transportation. And whenever the question is on goods transportation or passenger transportation or in simple transportation service, please break up your cost into three categories. What are those, sir? Variable, fixed, and the other one is maintenance. Like how you used to calculate machine hour rate, na? Same thing, same presentation. But here it is not per hour, it is per passenger kilometer or per ton kilometer. I will show you the way of presenting the answer also, so that you will know how to present it. You can see, you will divide the cost into standing charges. Standing is nothing but fixed. Then running charges. Sir, what is running charges here? If the cost vary with how many kilometers the bus or truck will run, that is called running cost, like petrol cost, diesel cost. Then one more extra thing is here maintenance. Repairs and maintenance always put it under this. Like semi-variable. It is a semi-variable. Got it? Yes. So you can see you will maintain one column that is to calculate cost per month or cost per annum or cost per bus or cost per truck. The other one is cost per passenger kilometer for passenger transportation, or if it is a goods transportation, cost per ton kilometer. Clear? So for standing, just calculate the total and divide it by passenger kilometer. Then for running, show it individually. Show it individually. And for repairs and maintenance or maintenance charges, one item would be there. Even if multiple is there, you can just add up and divide it by passenger kilometer. Clear? I will show you. You can see some more questions. This is also on passenger. Especially this calculation, sometimes you have to do, guys. Please be careful. This depends on how many kilometers the bus or the truck has traveled. If it is a goods transportation, it will be like this. Instead of passenger kilometer, it will be 10 kilometer. Try to present like this, guys. See, even if you are not giving a breakup, end result will remain same, but step marking will be awarded. So if you don't present the cost like this, giving a breakup, then you might lose step marks. Please be careful. You do like this. Very similar to our machine hour rate calculation. Okay, but in machine hour, we will divide only cost into two types. Here, one more extra is the maintenance. Yeah, and whatever questions I would have solved in the class also is based on the suggested answers of ICI. So I would also suggest you, ICI suggested me to teach like this. Okay, I have taught. You also make sure that you follow the same. Sure, that's all. Coming back. Coming back. We have solved number of questions on every service industries, especially transportation and all. I have solved good number of questions in the regular class. Chalo. Equivalent cost unit or equivalent service unit. Guys, when an organization or entity is providing different category of service or different grade of service, now to calculate cost per unit of service, you should have one equivalent base. You should have one equivalent base. So taking one as the base, convert all others equivalent to that. Either take the highest or lowest as the base and convert all others to the equivalent to that. Yeah, I will explain, especially when it comes to hotel industry or accommodation or lodges. They have this. They have different room category. For each room category, they charge you different price. So when they want to know the cost also, they have to calculate the cost for the respective category. Sir, how do they do it? I will explain it with an example. Yeah, this is a part of my concept book. I will just take this example to explain you. Yeah. Assume guys, this is an example I have given. A hotel has three types of suites for its customers. Suites means different types of rooms. Three types of rooms. What are those? Standard, deluxe, and luxurious. Standard 100 rooms are there. Deluxe 50 rooms are there. Luxurious 30 rooms are there. Okay, very good. Room tariff. Standard, whatever charges you charge, but deluxe you're charging 2.5 times of standard. For example, if you're charging 100 rupees per room, no hotel will charge you 100 rupees, but just for easy sake I am taking. Assume you are charging 100 rupees for standard room per day. How much will you charge for deluxe room? 250. 2.5 times of standard. How much will you charge luxurious? Twice of the deluxe. That means 250 into 2, 500. 500. Correct. So can I tell luxurious is like 5 times of standard, whereas deluxe is 2.5 times of standard. Correct, no guys? Okay. So based on this, we are deciding room tariff. Clear? I repeat. Standard we are charging normal price. Assume 100 rupees. All these are rupees, so not rooms. So per room per day. Whereas deluxe is charging 2.5 times of standard. That means 250 rupees per room per day. Whereas luxurious is charging twice of the deluxe. That means deluxe is 250 per room per day into 2, 5. Now if I compare this with the standard, how much is that? 5 times. Whereas deluxe, 2.5 times. Hope you are getting it. Yes, sir. So you can see the rent of deluxe suite is to be fixed at 2.5 times of standard suite, and that of luxurious suite is twice of the deluxe. Since all the three types of suits use the same amount of overhead, expenses will be common. Overheads, common overhead, general overhead we saw. Now we need to apportion it to each category. How will I do it, sir? Base is not same. Common base is not there. You calculate. Since all the three types of suits use same amount of overheads, but to attach qualitative weight, these rooms are required to be converted into equivalent units. So either take standard as a base or luxurious as a base and convert all others equivalent to that. Yeah, I would suggest you to go by the lowest one, standard. Okay, but I will show you both the ways. If I take standard as a base, how do we do it? If I take luxurious as a base, how do we do it? Okay. So assume 360 days in a year. Okay, that means guys, when they are not given room occupancy, we will assume all the rooms are occupied throughout the year. Or else sometimes they will tell you 80% occupancy. In that case, you have to take 100 into 80%. Or each room category into respective occupancy. Okay. 360 days into 100. How many room days? 36,000. Room days we call it. Means each room is occupied for how many days in a year? 100 rooms is occupied for full 360 days. How much will you get? 36,000. Clear? I told you. See, if nothing is given, you will take the occupancy as 100%. Assume, assume they have given it as 80%. Then you have to multiply here 80%. Where you will get less than 36,000. Clear? Yes. Same way, deluxe. 50 rooms are there. Occupied for full 360 days. 18,000 room days. Then 30 into 360. 10,800. Clear. Now, can I take the total of this to calculate cost per room day? No. Why is that? Because they are not for the same base. They are not equivalent. Can I compare luxurious straight away with standard? No. Now let us calculate equivalent standard room base. Now I am taking this as a base. Which ones are standard? Converting all others for standard. Equivalent to standard. So 36,000 into 1, 36,000 because it is same. Whereas, guys, when it comes to deluxe, it is 2.5 times of standard, right? So 18,000 into 2.5 will give you 45,000, which means 18,000 deluxe room days is equal to 45,000 standard room days into 2.5. That's all, nothing I can do. Same way, 10,800 luxurious room days equivalent to 5 times of my standard. So into 5. Into 5. How much do you get? 54,000 standard room days. Now, if I just divide my total cost by this, we will get what? Cost per equivalent standard room days. Okay, I will explain. If you want, sir, why are we doing all this calculation? That also I will explain. Now coming to, sir, why did you take standard? Why not luxurious? Now we are taking luxurious as a base and converting standard and deluxe equivalent to luxurious. Okay, this will anyway remain same. Now, luxurious 10,800 will remain same, 10,800. Clear? Divided by 2, that is deluxe divided by 2 will be the equivalent luxurious room rate. Correct. Now, this is twice of this. That means, can I tell? This is half of this. Ulta. Clear? Huh? Yes, sir. So, I took 18,000 deluxe room days into half. Same way. 36,000 standard room days. Luxurious is equal to how many standard? 5. So, divide it by 5. Divide it by 5. Hope you understand. So now 27,000 is what? Equivalent luxurious room days. Luxurious room days. Sir, what is the purpose of doing all this? I want to calculate cost per room day. Now, where did you find out, sir? You only found out the equivalent room days, no, sir. Okay, fine. I will come to that also. Yes. All this in detail we are covered in the class, okay, but I will try to explain it as early as possible, quickly, all those things. That is why we are doing this calculation. See, you can see standard room is like 1, deluxe room is 2.5 times of standard rooms, whereas luxurious room is 2.2 times of deluxe rooms, that is nothing but 5 times of standard rooms. Correct? Yes, sir. So I have written the equation here. This is only for your better understanding. If you can understand, you need not write all this in the exam. Yeah, you can see one deluxe room is equal to 2.5 standard rooms. So one luxurious room is equal to 2 deluxe rooms, which is equal to 2.5 into 2, 5 standard rooms. 5 standard rooms. How did we get 5? 2.5 into 2, which is nothing but 5. Okay, yes. I am assuming 4,05,000 is the total overhead cost we have incurred for the entire hotel. Entire hotel. Okay, sir. They're asking, find out cost per room day for each category. Also calculate the charges per room day for each category if the company wants to make 20% profit on cost. Means they're asking you to fix the room charges. To fix the room charges. Okay, guys. First, taking standard food as a base. We already did the calculation till here. What is the use of this, sir? Guys, my total overhead cost is how much? 4,05,000. We will divide it by 1,35,000. What is 1,35,000? Equivalent standard room days. You will get cost per standard room day, which is 3 rupees. Which is 3 rupees. Now let us multiply. What is the total cost of each category? 3 rupees into 36,000. 3 rupees into 45,000. 3 rupees into 54,000. That is equivalent. Sir, why are you multiplying this with this figure, sir? Why not this figure? Guys, this is cost per equivalent standard room days. Multiply that with equivalent standard room days. Okay, now. So you got the total cost for each category. Sir, I want to calculate cost per each category, for each room per day. Can we do it now? Yes. We have got total cost. Divide 1,08,000 by 36,000. You will get 3 rupees, which is same because my equivalent was that one. Next, for deluxe, 1,35,000 divided by 18,000. What is the cost per deluxe room day? 7.5. Cost per deluxe room day. 7.5. Check it. Is it 2.5 times of 3? Yes. Next, 1,62,000 divided by 10,800. You will get 15. Cost per luxurious room. Is it 2 times of my cost per deluxe room day? Yes. Now they want to add 20% profit on it. So 2020 add for this. What is the room charges? 3.6, 9 and 18. That means if you come to my hotel to stay in a luxurious room, per day, I will charge you how much? 18. Per room per day, I will charge 18 guys. Hope you're understanding. Same way, if you come to my hotel and ask to stay for 1 day in standard room, how much will I charge? 3.6. Understood means I'm trying to explain why did we calculate this. Clear? Even in process costing, we did equivalent units calculation. Now, how did we get cost per equivalent unit? Sir, cost divided by equivalent units. Why did we do equivalent units as a base, sir? Because output is 100% complete, whereas closing WAP was not 100% complete, sir. Can I take straight away that as a denominator? No. We will convert that into equivalent units. Only then both are comparable. Output is 100% done, whereas closing WAP, if it was 100% done, how much equivalent units I would have got? I would have done notional calculation, yes, same way here. Same way here. Now, if I also ask you, what is the total revenue did this hotel earn? Simple. Multiply this with the respective room size. That's all. Total revenue, correct? Huh? Total revenue 3.6 per room day into 36,000. Same way, 9 rupees per room day into 18,000. 18 into 10,800. Add up everything. This is the total revenue made by. This is the total revenue made by them. Hope you got it. Easy. Okay. Same way, sir. What if I am taking luxurious rooms as a base? Till here we already learned. Now, sir, what is the cost per luxurious room day? 50. Correct. Huh? That is 4,05,000 divided by equivalent luxurious room day 27,000. How much do we get? 15. Now take it. 15 into 7,200. You will get 1,08,000. 15 into 9,000. You will get 135. 15 into 10,800. You will get 160. What did we do? Cost per luxurious room day into equivalent luxurious room day. We get total cost for each category. Now you might ask me, sir, why didn't you multiply with this? This is 15 rupees is not the cost for each category. It is for equivalent luxurious room days. Luxurious room day. Did you observe? Same thing we will get. Same amounts we will get. Only way we did was this. That's all. Yeah, yes. Next, calculate cost per room day. 1,08,000 divided by 36,000. 135 divided by 18,000. 162 divided by 10,800. This is the cost per actual room day, not equivalent. Actual room days. And company wants to make 20% profit. 20% profit for each room category. So add 20% for each of us. You will get 3.6, 9 and 18. Same to same answers. Same to same answer. Pawan, one we did like this, the other we brought like this. It is going to the same place. Chalo. Hope you understood. Here also, if you want to calculate total revenue, multiply this respective amounts with actual room days and add up. That's all. Clear? In the exam, please don't do both the ways. I would suggest you to go with this way. Take the least as the base and convert all others. Clear? But either way you do, you get same answers. Clear? Sir, what if I take deluxe, sir? Please don't do that. Okay. ನನಗೆ ಒಬ್ರು ಕೆಲವರು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಉಪ್ಪಿ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ ಉಪ್ಪಿ you know na? Sir, I like to be different. You taught us this way, I want to try this way. You will get the same, but lot of confusion in that. Clear? So better don't take the middle one. Take the higher one or the lower one. Okay? Yes. Statement of cost for service sectors. For preparing a statement of cost or cost sheet for the service sector, costs are usually collected and accumulated for a specific period. That is like month, quarter, or a year. Guys, one thing you have to be careful. One thing you have to be careful is while calculating the total cost, few costs might be given per month, few costs might be given like per quarter, per annum, and all. Please convert everything to a equivalent time period, either year or per month. Clear? Yes. The cost statement for services may be prepared either on the basis of functional classification, like how we do cost sheet, as done for the product costing, that is in cost sheet, or on the basis of variability, that is variable and fixed. Cost sheet is prepared classifying all the costs into three different heads, that is fixed cost or standing charges, variable or operating expenses, or even we call it as running cost, semi-variable or maintenance expense. Especially for transportation, please give a breakup like this. Sir, what about other service industries? Guys, in the question itself, if they have given a breakup like variable, fixed and all, where you can present your answers by giving a breakup of variable fixed, you also follow the same. I'm talking about other industries. Clear? If not, sir, they are simply given the cost, sir. In that case, you just add up all the costs divided by unit of service. Clear? Because there are number of service industries, guys. We will not be able to discuss about them in this revision class. Each of them. Clear? So if you guys have attended already the class, you will be knowing we have tried to cover the questions on each and every sector in the class. Clear? But now it won't be possible for me to go and tell for each industries how do you present. Simple. Keep it very simple. For any service industry, you will calculate the total cost. If they are asked you to calculate cost unit, total cost divided by number of units of service rendered. Okay, few things you have to be careful is when cost will vary with number of students, number of rooms, or number of days and all, please be careful with that. Clear? And also few costs might be given like per month, few can be given like per week, per quarter and all. Please convert everything into equivalent time period. Clear? Yes. In the absence of information, we will exclude semi-variable and only give a breakup between variable and fixed. Sir, now depreciation, is it fixed or variable, sir? If depreciation vary with how many units we produce or how many units of service we render, then it is called variable. No, sir, it will only vary with the passage of time. It is because of passage of time. How much ever units we produce or how much ever kilometers we traveled or how much ever students are there, it will not vary. Then it is fixed. Then it is fixed cost. Then we have a concept called build, operate, transfer, BOT approach. Maybe theory topic they will ask. Guys, under this, there's an approach which is followed by the governments where they will outsource the work to the private sectors. For example, assume central government has outsourced the construction of national highway to Dilip Buildcon. Now Dilip Buildcon will invest their own money into construction of the road and they will put a toll there, collect the toll. But is it forever, sir? May not be. The government would have given a right for them to operate, maybe for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. After that, they have to transfer the ownership to government. Or else sometimes it can be like joint venture also. Government will invest 50%, Dilip Bitcoin also will invest 50%. Even in the toll charges, they will share. They will share. Something like that, they will have an understanding. So in this case, what do we call it as that? Build, operate, and transfer. Means you invest your own money, build the infrastructure, you operate it for a few years, collect whatever is the revenue for that many years. Then you give back the transfer. You give back the ownership to whom? Government. Government will take care from now. Is that clear? Yes, sir. So this is all about the service costing, guys.